Pete Alonso really said this? What's going on, guys? My name is Randy, and you are watching the All Things Mets channel, where you show latest Mets media, everything about the Mets on this channel. Definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let's get into today's content video. We got some big news to talk about, and that is first baseman Pete Alonso. And he and his comments, and first of all, he saying that he's on pace to hit 40 home runs and that he was an all-star this year. There's been some questions about his performance this year and what he has been doing with the media. And Pete Alonso has said he's on pace. He literally said it yesterday. He's on pace, to hit 40 home runs. He was an all-star this year. He's happy with his performance. He's completely fine with his performance. Carlos Mendoza, batted him fifth in the lineup yesterday. And Pete Alonso has horrible numbers this year with runners in scoring position. 198 batting average with runners in scoring position. His numbers are down. I don't think he's on pace to hit 40 home runs at all. He has 23 home runs. He has 59 home runs right now, and that's not even the most RBIs on the team. That is pretty much sad when it comes to Pete Alonso, because Pete Alonso was a guy that you can count on for power, and you can count on to be your RBI leader, to get you 100-something RBIs, to get you over 40-something home runs. And the fact that he is saying that he is on pace to hit 40 home runs, no, you're not. You're not on pace to hit 40 home runs. You have to get really hot to hit 40 home runs, because right now, the Mets first baseman, Pete Alonso, he has 23 home runs. 23 home runs is not close to 40 home runs. Now that they have a lot to go in the season, but 40 home runs, I don't know if he's even going to get there. 59 RBIs, though, is not what you want for Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso should be your RBI leader. Pete Alonso should be the guy that is a clutch player, a guy that is good with runners in scoring position, and he's just not. Every time he comes up in a big situation, he either goes into a double play, grounds into a double play, or he just doesn't do nothing good. He pops it up. Just like he did with the Angels, game. Pete Alonso is not playing to the way he was playing, back then. And listen, I get it. He's 29 years old. He's going to be 30, but he turned down a 7-year contract, 150-something million extension the Mets gave him in spring training, and Pete Alonso turned that down. So I don't know what he is expecting to get. But the fact that he's not having a great season, and he thinks he's having a great season, and then he hits a pop-up, and it's a fly ball, and it could have been a hit, but he's not running out of the box, and he gets thrown out at second base for not hustling. This is a problem with Pete Alonso. He's not a clutch player. He's not good at defense. He is not that great. Pete Alonso's just not that good. And yes, there are, not really much options when it comes to the first baseman for Pete Alonso. The first baseman's with the Mets. You have Ryan Clifford, that's a prospect, but he's not ready yet. So this is a disaster. This is looking like a real disaster for the New York Mets, because if Pete Alonso can't be clutch now, can he be clutch in the playoffs, if they even make the playoffs? And the fact that Pete Alonso's numbers with runners in scoring position is 198 is horrible. It's a disaster. It's not what you want out of your first baseman. It's not what you want out of your core player, your franchise player. So Pete Alonso is going to be a free agent at the end of the year, but he's not playing, he's not having a great season at all. He is not having a great contract year. Obviously, when it comes to free agency, players want to try their best to have an amazing year. And Pete Alonso, 23 home runs, 59 RBIs, a 241 batting average. Not very, very impressive, to be honest. I just really don't like that he's not clutch. I really don't like his defense. And he has a lot to work on. He's getting older. His exit velocity has been going down from year to year to year. So I don't know what Pete Alonso thinks that he's going to be or what contract he's going to get. But he's probably not going to get the big contract that he thinks he's going to get. Yes, some teams are going to need him. Obviously, his services are going to be, requested for, because he's Pete Alonso. He's still a guy that can hit you a home run. He's still a guy that can, show that power. But 23 home runs right now, and, we're in August. That is not something that you want for Pete Alonso. That's not the Pete Alonso that the Mets fans have been knowing for years. Pete Alonso is a guy that at this point, he has at least 30-something home runs. He has close to 40 home runs. When you get to the end of the season, he gets like 45 home runs, 100-something RBIs. And the fact that he has 59 RBIs is embarrassing. It's embarrassing at this point, and he sucks right now. He sucks. He's been a little bit better after the All-Star break, but this guy is just horrible. He's just not good. And how can the Mets trust him in big situations? You can't. That's why Carlos Mendoza put him in the 5th spot in the lineup, because he's not doing nothing in the cleanup spot. So I don't know what Carlos Mendoza and the Mets do with Pete Alonso going forward, but definitely it's definitely going to be watched, because Pete Alonso is just not playing like the Pete Alonso that he was before. He's just not. He's 29 years old, but listen, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's age. I don't know if he's just not a clutch player, but there's something wrong with Pete Alonso. There's something wrong. 23 home runs, 59 RBIs, that's unacceptable. At least for me, for a Mets fan, because I've seen Pete Alonso be way better. He's a better player than that. 59 home runs. He doesn't even have the lead in the RBIs on the team. And Pete Alonso's a guy that should have the lead. Pete Alonso should have 70 RBIs right now, but he doesn't. So we'll see what happens with Pete Alonso, but you were only All-Star. The only reason you were an All-Star this year, Pete Alonso, was because MLB made you an All-Star. They needed you to play in the Home Run Derby. That's it. That's the only reason. And the Mets had one guy that was going to be an All-Star. That's the only reason Pete Alonso was an All-Star this year. His numbers were not good. His numbers did not deserve to be an All-Star. So I really don't think that he is, he should have been an All-Star at all. And I don't think that he's having a good season. I really don't. I think this is going to be a mediocre season for Pete Alonso. It's going to be a down season just like last year. So 23 home runs right now, August 5th or 6th or whatever we're at. This is embarrassing. These are embarrassing numbers. He needs to pick this up fast. That's going to be the video. If you enjoyed the video, definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, subscribe. This has been Randy with the All Things Mets channel, and I'm out of here, y'all.